Hi there, this video is to show you how to create a beautiful dorm if you're going off to college. This is a great checklist for you to use when you're getting prepared to leave and be out on your own and do college for the first time. My son is going to college this fall, and I needed a checklist, and I thought while I'm creating a checklist for him, I am going to share this with you. So this is completely editable and printable. So if there's something else that you wanted to add to this sheet, you are more than welcome to do that. So we're starting off here with your room, and I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so that you can see this a little bit better. So we're going to start here with your room. You are going to need some basics for your room. You're going to need like an alarm clock and, a desk lamp and maybe a fan, maybe a wall calendar. You're going to want to talk with your roommate and see, what are they bringing? Are they going to bring a microwave or a mini fridge? You're going to need your linens. That's really important. Bring up some backups. So, have like 2 sets of sheets and get your towels, a comforter. You'll have a desk, so if you want to bring your computer or your laptop, make sure to bring things that you'll need to be organized. A lot of times your dorm will already have a desk in there, so sometimes there's a drawer. So in that drawer, you can get even more organized and have a desk organizer in the drawer and on top of it. Sometimes in the room, you can do some cooking. Sometimes each dorm has, a kitchen that you can share. Some people will bring a hot pot or their own coffee maker, mini fridge, and you'll need different things like don't forget your umbrella or your rain jacket, workout gear. Sometimes you'll have your own closet. So if you want to get super organized, just bring like a shoe rack, things like that. And sometimes in the dorms, just depending on what kind of dorm you'll share a shower. Sometimes you'll have your own shower in your room, or sometimes that you have to like walk down the hall to get to the shower. So you'll need things like, your shower caddy. And you make sure to bring your flip flops or shower shoes, and bring enough clothes. You're gonna not want to bring too many clothes because sometimes your closet is really small, probably smaller than what you have at home. So make sure to bring enough clothes, to lounge around in. Have some dress clothes just in case you go out somewhere. Workout clothes. There might be a swimming pool on campus. So bring your swimsuit, a bathrobe. So especially if you're like walking down the hall to go to the shower, you need to bring that. And then I have, some notes, a shopping list. I did continue hygiene down this list here because there are some things that you might want to think about. You might want to bring like a first aid kit or even some medicines. Like if you start coming down with a cold, have some vitamin C and zinc. A lot of times they have those like packets that you can have that you can put in water that will really help fend off of a cold quickly. You can use this shopping list also. Don't forget quarters for laundry. Like a roll of quarters is usually $10. So just have a couple rolls of quarters for doing your laundry. Have a laundry bag that you can take with you to the laundry room. And make sure to watch your laundry. A lot of times I used to study near my laundry, so no one would. I've heard of people stealing laundry, which is crazy. So just kind of keep an eye on it. Um, Sometimes you can bring a printer with you. Bring printer paper. Don't forget your sunglasses. Important stuff like your license, your insurance card, or your debit card, and then some foods that you can have with you that won't go bad. So think of camping. Have some popcorn, some ramen noodles, some drink mix, energy drinks for staying up late. Chips, things like that, and then some basic kitchen supplies. Don't bring too much stuff, but at least like have a plate, a bowl, and a cup that you can rewash. Have some trash bags, a can opener or a bottle opener, a few things of silverware, and one of those thermal uh, coffee cups, a thermos kind of thing, some Clorox wipes, maybe some hand wipes, that kind of thing. So anyways, that's basically the list there. You can change this out. So what you can do is if you don't like it, you can just highlight the cell and hit your delete key. If you don't want any of it, highlight all of it and hit delete, and you have a brand new list. You can change this, double click in here and put anything else that you would like. And then as you check this off, you can check this off. This is specifically for Google Sheets. If you did get this in Excel, it's going to look a little different because in my Excel sheets, I don't put the check boxes. I usually have it looking like this. So you can put an X in here for if it's checked off, and that'll work as a check. Just because every Excel version is different. Some people are using super old Excel, some people are using super new, and sometimes you have to import in the checkboxes and it just doesn't always work. So I leave the checkboxes out if you're using Excel. I would prefer to use Google Sheets just because I'm going to undo all of this stuff to make it pretty. I would prefer to use Google Sheets because you can use this in an app as well. Now you can print this out. So say if you wanted to print this out and like take it with you as you're like in your room organizing or you're going shopping, just go to File, Print, and then Print Current Sheet. You can do landscape if you want, or portrait. Portrait would probably work better, and make sure it says fit to width. And then before you print that out, make sure to uncheck all those boxes. You can click the uncheck and drag it down to uncheck everything. And then you can like delete out your shopping list. And that way it's all ready. And then that way when you go to print, it'll be ready for you to have. So that's your checklist. I hope this helps you, and good luck getting ready for college. I'm so proud of you for going to college. Great job. And if you need anything, feel free to reach out. I'm at savvyandthriving.com. Thanks so much.